Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video I want to teach you how you can analyze crypto coin as a pro, guys. Now if this is your first time of coming across my channel, please, I would like you to turn on the notification bell and stay active with me, because this channel focuses on analyzing crypto coins on daily basis. All right, we focuses on analyzing what crypto coins on daily basis. So if you're a beginner in the crypto industry, you're trying to learn how you can trade cryptocurrency like a pro, this channel is really designed for you, because I will teach you how you can analyze the coin properly, how you can take your entry, how you can use risk management like a pro, and all these things put together will fetch you a lot of money in the crypto space. Now let's go into my chart, guys. Now this is NIAUSDT. NIAUSDT. Some of you don't know what NIA is. NIA is a crypto coin, and this crypto coin is very special because a lot of people talk down on NIAUSDT. See, for you to understand coin that is really doing well is for you to go at least check the weekly time frame. All right, the higher time frame tells you that that coin is really doing well. It's not just an old coin, it is a coin with what history. Now let us look at the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, guys, on the weekly time frame, this is what we have. You can see that the chart is very visible, and we have a lot of history, something that has happened in the past. And I believe when you even go back to the monthly, you will see something tangible, but we don't really need the monthly, just the weekly is fine with us, guys. Now this is on the weekly time frame. We see that the market is a kind of retracing, but all of this stuff is not important to us, guys. I am not here to complicate trading and analysis. I am not here. I'm here to make it easy for you to understand. All right, once you follow my procedures, I bet you will start making money in the crypto space. It is very simple. All right, I'm not here to complicate charts or do anything complicating, guys, so just follow me. Now this is NIAUSDT. All this area, these guys, in fact, from this point to this area does not matter to us right now. All right, it doesn't really matter to us. What really matters to us is the most recent break of structure. This is on the weekly time frame. What is the most recent break of structure, guys? This is it here. This is how to mark out the most recent break of structure correctly. Now remember, I told you about structure, market structure. It took me 2 years to understand market structure, guys. It took me 2 years to understand market structure. A lot of people does not know what market structure is. You think market structure is just marking anywhere. No, market structure is simply this is it here. Market structure is simply a market moving in this kind of wave direction. This is it. This is what market structure. Why did I say this is market structure? Market does not move in a straight line like this. Boom. No. All right, now market is going to the north, for instance. From the south we are going to the north. It doesn't move in a straight line just like this. It moves in this format. It creates a high, it creates a low, it creates a higher high, it creates a higher low, it creates another higher high, it creates another higher low. Now this movement is what we call the Elliott wave. That is for people that likes grammar. All right, this movement is what we call the Elliott wave. But you don't need those big grammar. Just understand that markets move in this kind of direction, in this kind of manner. All right, it's when it creates a high, it creates a low, it creates a higher high. This is it. Now that point where markets create a higher high and then retrace back, create another higher high, is what causes a break of structure. There's something we call break of structure. Now for instance, this is the high market created at the first time. This is it here, and then we'll just extend it to this point. Now market comes, break this high and create a new high. This is a higher high. All right, and then retrace back, creating a higher low. Now if market comes back again, break this new high which it has created, this guy, this is called the break of structure. Now every time market breaks a new high. We call it what? Break of what? Structure. It's as simple as that. Now this is that. Now this is another one. This is another break of structure. This is it, guys, here. All right, this is another break of structure. All right, so automatically we see that market is moving from this point to this point here. All right, so it has moved up. This is what? An upward trend. That is an upward movement. All right, so that system where market move from a low price to a higher price is what we call what? A bullish trend or an upward movement, breaking what? Structures. All right, breaking what? Structures. We have what? The first break of structure, the second break of structure, the third break of structure. Guys, when we start talking about what? Market structure, for us to understand our direction, all right, just one break of structure is not enough to tell us that price is now bullish. No, one break of structure is what? Is not enough. It is just like what? A change of character. When you have a change of character, a change of character is not enough to tell us that the market has reversed. No, we need an extra confirmation, and that extra confirmation is simply what? Market creating another break of structure to the same direction, guys. All right, when market create another break of structure to the same direction, that gives us what? The confirmation. We say yes, I think market is what? Bullish. It is now safe to say that we are what? Bullish. But just one break of structure alone is not enough to say we are what? Bullish. You need what? An extra confirmation. So when you start having 2 break of structures, 3 break of structures, that's enough to say we are what? Bullish. Our bias is bullish. All right, that is market structure for you. Now there's something called what? Change of character. All right, I will teach you exactly how you can mark out what? Change of character. Change of character is not really necessary when there is what? Liquidity sweep. All right, you don't need a liquidity sweep to what? Validate a change of character. Change of character can happen in 2 forms. Guys, let me show you something. Now let's say, for instance, the market breaks structure to the upside, retrace, breaks structure to the upside like this, retrace, break structure again. Now when market failed to, when this level failed to hold, normally this level is supposed to hold and then break structure to the upside. All right, but when that level fails to hold, for example, this is the new higher high that we have. If it fails to hold, maybe market get to this point and then reverse aggressively, taking out this point, that is what? A change of character. All right, that's what we call what? A change of character. So it is not safe for you to mark this level as what? Your change of character. But in this case, this change of character was with what? A liquidity sweep. It is okay. It is very okay. All right, this is liquidity sweep we are talking about here. When market take out the previous high before taking out the low. All right, this is the previous high. All right, market took out what? The previous high before taking out what? The low. That is what? A change of character with what? Liquidity sweep. All right, but there are some cases. Let me delete this guy. There are some cases. Okay, let me just leave it here. Let me leave it here. There are some cases when market do the same thing without needing to take what? This previous high, but what? Take out the low. When market take out this, when market refuse to take out the previous high without taking out the previous high but take out the low, it is still what? A change of character. But in this case, it is without what? A liquidity sweep. So it has nothing to do with what? Market direction or market structure or looking for your bias. Liquidity sweep have nothing to do with what? Looking for your bias. Liquidity sweep is just is part of what? Your entry confirmation, not really when you're trying to get what? The market direction. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. For example, this guy failed to take out that high. Let's see this, just like this. Now let me delete this guy. See what I'm talking about here. All right, now it fails to take out this guy. All right, we call it failure swing. Failure swing. It fails to take out this guy but took out the downs, the previous low. All right, it is still what? A valid what? Change of character. Somebody can just come and mark this area as what? A change of character. Yes, you are correct. Do not be carried away by looking for liquidity sweep on there. This is on your higher time frame when you're looking for your bias. this is what a valid word change of character. But just remember that when you have a change of character, it is not enough to say the market has really what reversed. We want to see that the market creates another break of structure to the same direction for us to confirm that yes, we are fully reversed. This is what we want to see. We want to see this move, the market go retrace back, break again to this downside the second time. This is what I'm talking about here. Now this is what we call what the break of structure. This is what we call what break of structure. Now when market breaks this guy the second time, this is what we call what break of structure. Now when we have two break of structure to the same direction, it tells us that now we are what bearish. So it is safe to say the market structure is what bearish. Our bias is bearish. That's fine. All right, but when you're having just one break of structure, it is not what safe enough to say we are now what bearish. Understand this and know peace. Now some persons can go as far as what drawing a trend line to join what the two break of structure, the two most recent break of structure, to confirm, allowing the trend line to tell you that we are now what bearish. Starting from this point, some persons can start from here, join this two low, and this is what the trend line pointing what down side, meaning what the market is what bearish. That is market structure for you. You have to understand this. You have to understand when you know when price is about to reverse. Listen, this is price making what breaking structure to the upside, broke structure to the upside, broke structure to the upside. At this point, there will have what a failure swing. Price is supposed to break this guy, but failed to break this guy. Instead, price reversed, broke what this low. All right, now price has broken this low. It is called what change of character. But remember, change of character is not enough to say we have what reversed. We need an extra confirmation, which is what a break of structure to the same direction, guys. So this is it now, and then price goes again, break structure again to the downside. Now we have what a break of change of character and a break of structure. Now it is safe to say we are now what bearish. All right, it is safe to say we are now what bearish. So that is what market structure. Knowing when market is reversing and when we are still what in an uptrend, it is very what important. Break of structure and change of character. Now let me delete all of this stuff. Let's go into what we have today, guys. Now this is it. On the weekly time frame, you spot what the most recent break of structure. All right, you spot what the most recent break of structure, guys. Now this is the most recent break of structure that I can see. Even somebody that is blind can actually see that what price just, this is a move upside, broke to the downside, breaks. So this is kind of what change of character. All right, price was actually bearish, breaking to the downside, breaking to the downside, breaking to the downside. All right, at this point we have what this internal change of character, a kind of internal change of character, but all of that does not matter. This is on a weekly time frame. All right, what are you doing on the weekly time frame is to look for what the most recent break of structure. That is just it. All right, so when we get the most recent break of structure, this area, this is it. This is the most recent break of structure. Boom. All right, so now that we have the most recent break of structure, it is what bullish. All right, so we mark out what the low. All right, this is the low. You use the horizontal bar to mark out what the low. This is it, guys. This level, bush, we have marked out the low. That is all you need to do on the weekly time frame, guys. Don't let the charts confuse you. This is all you need to do on the what weekly time frame. I keep saying this with that number. Just look for the most recent break of structure, and that is it. All right, we have break of structure to the upside. We have our swing low here. That is it. Now on the daily time frame, we want to study this move, guys. We want to study this move. From this swing low, we want to start studying the charts on the daily time frame. You don't rush analysis on the higher time frames. No, you don't need to rush it, because when you make mistake with your bias, you fail it all. When your bias is wrong, what you're doing in the lower time frame, you're just playing. You're just playing with your capital. All right, so you don't need to rush with what the higher time frame analysis. So this is it on the weekly. So after we are done on the weekly, we simply go to the daily time frame. Now let's see what happens on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, you start studying the chart from this low, guys. From this low, you start studying the chart. All right, so this is what I do. I want to understand. I want to see where I get what change of character. Change of character. All right, so this is it. From this area, we start studying we want to see what the change of, this is what change of character. Boom, bush. This is what my change of character. All right, after change of character, I have what price retrace a bit, give us what a break of structure to the same direction. All right, that tells us what, that what we are what bullish. All right, so do not worry yourself, you keep analyzing, you keep reading the chart carefully, you keep reading it carefully. So from that point, we have another what break of structure to the upside. All right, this is it, another break of structure to the upside. After this one, we have another break of structure. Guys, you don't need to rush, make sure you do this stuff complete, you don't need to rush it. All right, this is what money, this is money, so much money. So take your time, draw your chart, make it very neat. All right, so this is what the next break of structure. You keep going gradually, marking out what your break of structures. All right, so this is the next break of structure. This is it here, this guy. Okay, let me, all right, I've taken my tool, and then we'll draw the next break of structure, this guy. Boom. All right, so we have this, and then you keep adjusting the chart to see what we'll have further. And then lastly, in the same direction, we have what, this is the most current break of structure in the same direction. All right, the most current break of structure in the same direction. Boom. All right, so we are expecting that what price should what just come back, continue the break, but unfortunately we have what a change of character. Unfortunately, we have what a change of character. This is it here. Price failed, price retrace. This guy failed to hold price back to take out this high. Instead, price came aggressively, broke this low. This low that price has broken simply gives us what change of character. This is it, guys. And then we'll now have a change of, let me draw this very well. We have a change of character at this point. Boom. Now that we have had a change of character here, guys, change of character alone doesn't mean that we have changed our current trend from bullish to bearish. All right, this change of character alone doesn't mean we have changed direction, we are now bearish. No, I told you we need to see an extra confirmation. We need to see the price take out this low, this guy again. Bam. We want to see the price take out this low completely, so that we will now have what two break of structure to the same direction to say, okay, now we are now what bearish. But as long as this low still exists, guys, let me make this thing very neat. I like to take my time on the higher time frame because that is the main thing. All right, that is the main thing. So let's say this is it here. Sorry guys, let me arrange this stuff. So this is it. Now price is still around this area. Price has not taken out this low. Once price take out this low, boom, our bias has changed to what bearish. So for now we are still what bullish. Look at it. This is the movement of price, breaking structure to the upside, breaking structure to the upside, breaking. Here we just have what a change of character, and we want to see a break of structure to this same direction to confirm that we are bearish. So since that has not happened, we are still what bullish, guys. So now that we are bullish, the daily have told us that we are bullish. We want to draw our trend line. How do you draw your trend line? You want to mark out what the low of the change. In fact, some persons want to start from the start of this trend down to what where you meet the most recent break of structure. All right, to that direction. Now let me explain. Some persons would like to see when it comes to drawing trend line, there are people that draw trend line differently. All right, there are people that draw trend line. Some persons would like to draw from this guy to the most recent part. Some person want to join area that has the most highest touches. You know, some person see, but that is just complicating issue for you. All right, so what you want to draw, you want to join what two structure. Look at this area. If this is what I want to join from here to this guy, this is it here. Why am I drawing this place? You see that we have the first touch here, we have second touch here, we have third touch around this area, we have fourth, then here price was what jumping. All right, so this is what drawing of what your trend line. But why I'm really drawing this trend line is just so that I draw it to the future, so that I'll be able to see where price is actually retracing from. All right, where price is actually doing what, retracing from. Now this is it, guys. Now we are bullish. Okay, we are bullish. This is on the daily time frame. We will be able to what, understand our bias. Now what am I going to do on the 4 hour? I want to look for a position where I can buy this asset, since we are what, bullish. All right, my daily time frame analysis and my bias time frame analysis tells me that we are what, bullish. So what am I going to do as a smart trader? You're going to the 4 hour to look for what, a bullish POI. POI is simply what, point of interest. I call it my store. They are my store, because when I get a POI, that's a store, I just stay there and wait for my customer to come. I don't chase market. I don't chase the trend at all. I don't bother myself to chase the trend. When I get the bullish store, I mark it out, I set a lot on it, and I wait. I just go and maybe go to the gym, look for something to do, take my mind off it, setting an alert. Once price comes to that point, that is point of interest, then I want to look at the chart to see my confirmations. All right, so I call it my store. Why I call it a store is because I will have to stay there and wait for customer to come. I'm not going after the customers. Customer will have to come to my store. When they come to my store, then we'll start what, negotiating. After we finish negotiating and the price is okay for them to buy the asset from me, I do what, I sell off. That is just it. It's as simple as that. When you understand trading like this, you have no problem with anybody. Now this is it. Now I've understand that we are bullish. I want to go to the 4 hour. What am I going to do in the 4 hour? I want to look at what, a bullish store, and the POI that I trade from is simple, the breaker block and the other block. This is the two POIs that I take my trade from. Now guys, this is it. So on the 4 hour, I'm looking for what, a buy, a bullish POI. This is what, a bearish trend. I don't even need to look at this area. I don't even need to look at anything happening to get my POI from this area. I'm looking at what, the sell, the buy. Okay, the buy. So this is it. You can adjust your chart very well. I'm looking at what, the buy. So in this area, okay, I analyzed this before. I took a buy from this other block, this bullish other block, and the market gave me actually what I wanted, 1:4, and I took my profit and I go my way. All right, the market actually, this is it. The market tapped my POI, went up, sweep liquidity, come back to my entry and give me profit. This is just it. There's no need going back to what has happened. We want to look for what, a fresh zone. All right, we want to look for what, a fresh zone. Now looking for a fresh zone, this area, we want to see if there's any store to take a buy from at this area. But looking at this area, guys, there is no clean, there's no clean order block, bullish order block that has a fair value gap. This is it. There is no clean order block around here that has a fair. Some persons want to take the last candle as their this thing. Fine, there's no problem with that. But for me, I like to take something like this. You see this guy, something like this. This is an order block that has a clear fair value gap and a displacement that broke what, structure. This is the kind of POI I want to trade from. All right, so there's nothing like that in this area, so I don't even need to bother myself to take trade. Or what you look at, what is very clean. You trade from what, a clean order block. So since it is not clean, I don't need to take trade from there. Let me leave that area. But remember, if I leave that area and start looking at somewhere around this area to take trade from, remember, by the time price come to that place, my bias has changed. All right, by the time price come to this area, my bias has, you have to know when the direction, market direction has changed, so you don't become liquidity. All right, so there will be no need going to this area to look for what, any point of interest, since I know that once price validates this area, my bias has changed. So I just need to wait. You just need to wait. It's either some person that took price from this area. If price give me something like this, guys, if price for any reason give me something like this, come down, create a bullish something like this, guys. If price give me something like this, this is now what, a bullish move that has what, a fair value gap and a clean unmitigated order block, then I want to take this area. Let me, I don't like to draw something that is not clean. This is it, guys. Something like this. Good. Then I want to take trade from a clean unmitigated order block somewhere this area, something like this. So but for now, I'm not seeing, I don't like this stuff. It is not clean. It is not as clean as this. It is very, there are two different things. This one has a clean fair value gap with displacement that broke structure. All right, this place is chubby. It's not very clean, so I don't like to take trade from this area. All right, so I need to wait. Why I'm saying I need to wait, I don't want to take anything below this area, because once price break this low, my bias has changed. So I want to wait for it to occur here. If it occur here, fine. If it doesn't occur and break structure, then I have to start looking for sell. So that is it when it comes to analysis, guys. That is it when it comes to analysis. So we just need to wait. That is it about near USDT, guys. Before I round up, let me show you my BTC. Good news, BTC just came to our store, guys, and I think we are negotiating at this point. Yes, we are negotiating. BTC came to our store. This is it. Already I did my analysis from, this is my trend line which I drew. I did my analysis from the weekly time frame down to, I think this is the 4 hour. All right, I have my complete, this is see what I'm telling you. This is the kind of order block you take trade from. Very clean with fair value gap. You see it, very clean. So I'm waiting for price to come here, one, and secondly, I want price to come to my breaker block level, which price already came. All right, this is another point of interest. Now that price has came to this area, I'll just quickly go to 15 minutes. Let's see what we have there. So I went to 15 minutes, guys. Hey, don't make noise. So this is on my 15 minutes, guys. I see that this is it. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, price has already swept liquidity, guys. Oh my god. Now this round circle is the first time price tapped my POI and gave me a change of character without liquidity sweep. That becomes an inducement. This is an inducement, guys. Now we have an inducement, meaning this order block is very sweet for a lot of traders to take trade from. Yes, all right, a lot of traders are taking trade from this area. Now these traders that have taken trade from here place their stop loss below this guy, just below this guy. Now see what happened. Price was trading. I'm expecting price to come and take out this low, because I know below this low are liquidities. That is traders that entered on this break of change of character and place their stop loss just below this guy. I know there is liquidity there, so I want liquidity sweep. So this becomes an inducement, because the change of character is so beautiful, is so sweet, that it has fair value gap and a clean unmitigated order block. This is it here. All right, so a lot of traders will be taking trade from here, placing their stop loss just below. So I want price to sweep their stop losses as my liquidity sweep. All right, so which price just did. Now price has done that. Now I want to look out for a change of, once I see a change of character, I take my trade one mind, bro. I take my trade one mind. So that is it on Bitcoin. So I just waiting for it to happen. Some person that took this trade, some persons that have entered from this order block, place their stop loss maybe around this side. They are lucky that price just came, tap it a bit, sweep liquidity without wanting to go further. In some cases, price can decide to go further, sweep down to this area. It happens. All right. So but after liquidity has been swept, I want to see a change of character. Change of character tells me that price has finished sweeping liquidity and now we are now ready to go. So once I see a change of character here, I'm taking my trade, guys. That is it when it comes to Bitcoin analysis, guys. If this lecture actually interests you and add value to your trading skill, please do it to like, comment and share this video. All right, on notification and stay active with me, so whenever I post content like this, you'll be able to watch and benefit and improve in your trading strategy. Thank you very much for following me to this end. God bless you. I love you. See you on our next video.